All right, now, so we have to get to this. So let's see how everything works live now. Right. So I'm just going to go ahead and open my actual browser DevTools right here. Okay. So let's have this. Okay, let me just open a new tab right here. So if you see this browser now, and you just press F12 to bring out the network tab. Right here, you can see the network tab here. There's nothing here. There's nothing loaded right here. So if I should go ahead and say I want to type in a domain name like github.com, right? So can we see github.com? So yes, and we can see everything that is being loaded. So every single row here is a request, an HTTP request. The browser is making dozens of these requests just to load this page. And then now you can see the status code, the type, the initiator, the size, and the time it takes to get the response for that particular request that was made. And now, if you can see now we have 314 requests in total. So if I should go here now and say I want to see this, I click here now, I can now see the full elder details of here. So now you see, this is the request URL, this is the method. I'm sending a GET request to this URL. Then the status code is 200, but this is the remote address. I'm seeing the referral policies, I'm seeing the cache control, the content type encoding, and so many other things in the set cookie that we talked about. Can you see right here? Can you see the request header here? So this is not just a developer trick. This is the most powerful debugging tool you will have as a backend developer in that sense. So if I should go here now, I will see also here. So I'm sending a GET request to this URL to get the CSS for this file. You can see here 200 code, which is it was successful. So this is the most powerful debugging tool you have here. So anytime your API is misbehaving, if you open this panel files, you will see exactly what was sent and what came back. What the status code was and how long it took. So understanding this will help you to reduce latency, will help you to optimize your database query to make it faster as a developer in that sense. So I would like you to make it an habit now, that every time you are testing an API, whether it is yours or someone else's, have your network tab open, you will understand your own code 10 times better this way, right? So let's go back to our slide. So now let's take a look at the full journey. Let's say we're looking at the full journey of you typing in google.com on your browser to you getting a response. So when typing google.com and hit enter, what actually happened behind the scene is that, okay, firstly, your browser checked the domain, the DNS cache. If there's nothing stored in the DNS cache, it tags the ISP DNS resolver, which find the IP address, and this takes about 20 milliseconds. Now the browser will now open a TCP connection to that IP address, which will go through the three-way handshake, which is the sync ARC and the ARC connect, right? And this three-way handshake we talk about here, this take another about 30 milliseconds for this TCP handshake. Now the first byte of this response starts arriving. Firstly, we have the HTTP request. Now the HTTP now will be there will be a TLS handshake on top of the TCP, that is established encryption, and this will take approximately about 50 milliseconds or so. Now the first byte will now start arriving. This is called the TTFB. That's time to first byte. This takes around 80 milliseconds. Then you now get your actual HTML downloads. This take about 200 milliseconds. So this is how everything you do, every request you send actually work. And roughly about 200 milliseconds, that's a full round trip from one HTTP request to the DNS lookup, to the TCP handshake, to the TLS negotiation, to request send, and to receive the response back. You can see the 5 things you go through right here. And these 5 things also have some process in between: the browser, the DNS lookup, the TCP connect, which go through the handshake. And here we still have the TTFB, which is time to first byte around this. Then we have the HTTP request, and we have the server response right there. So now, if there's something I would like you to take away from this, the first one is that every web interaction is a client making a request to a server and getting a response back. You know that every response you make, everything in your backend is built on this. But you are waiting for a request from a client. You want to process this request and return the right response. And the second one is the DNS translates human readable names into IP address. And this takes about 20 milliseconds to do. And the third thing is that TCP guarantees reliable delivery using the 3 handshake before any HTTP data flow. So before your friend comes to your house, he gives you a call, whether you are at home, then you reply, yes, I am home. Then he decides to come. That is what the 3-way handshake does, right? Then we have the HTTP is stateless. You should know that. So every request you make must carry everything the server needs, which is the header. So it does not have anywhere it's going to store it it's not going to store it anywhere. So every request carries everything the server needs. There's no memory between the request. So every request is fully independent of the last request you make. So it does not depend on the information you provide, which means it must have its own header, its own auth token, its own session management. And the last thing here is the browser DevTools, the network that show you everything, every HTTP request / response. So you should use this constantly, because this is going to be very helpful to you. It's going to make your journey as a backend developer smoother, make you have deeper understanding, and help you crack some interview codes as a backend developer. So here is something you should take, and I call it your homework. So now you want to open Chrome, then check your F12 tab, network tab, visit any website, then find a 404 error in that sense. And just you want to try this on the terminal too. Dig, but this is for Linux. Use NS lookup for Windows. NS lookup for Windows in that sense. Okay. Now you can also use call here, and this should return the full request and response header going to this GitHub. You can try that out and just let me know what you see and what you think about this video in the comment section. So don't forget to like this video to help people to see more of this video and to just appreciate the effort put into bringing up this resource and videos together. That'll be very much appreciated. So I need the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. So every video in this series built directly on the last one. You don't want to miss the next video. We are going deeper into HTTP next. Method, status code, header you will use on every project you ever build. So comment in the section below what you like about this video, what would you like me to improve on the next video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.